let's unpack this. We're diving into a really interesting source today. It's from a podcast that's actually designed for English learners.
That's right. And what makes this deep dive pretty useful, I think, is the topic. It's all about those very first crucial steps you need to take to actually speak English.
Yeah, moving past just, hitting the books on grammar or vocabulary.
Exactly. It's about actually, opening your mouth and using the language.
So our mission for you listening in is to really dig into what this source says about getting over that hesitation, that hump, and how to just jump into practicing like right away.
Yeah, the source makes a really strong point about starting now, not waiting until you think you're perfect because, perfection might not come.
So true. Okay, so where does the source kick things off? It seems to tackle that big issue first, why learners hesitate, right?
It does. It really zeroes in on the fear. The fear of making mistakes, sounding a bit silly, or just feeling like, I'm not quite ready yet.
Uh-huh. And that classic thought they mentioned, I just need a bit more grammar first.
Exactly. Which, according to this source, is actually the opposite approach if speaking is your goal. It's kind of a trap.
Right. So the core message then is just start talking.
Pretty much. The main argument they build is that, the best way to get better at speaking English isn't more quiet study. It's actually speaking. Now,
even with all the mistakes you're bound to make at first.
Especially with the mistakes, maybe. They use this great analogy, how babies learn their first language.
Oh yeah, I saw that. It's all listening and then just trying, right? Making sounds, messing up words.
Totally. It's just constant trial and error. And we see that as totally normal, essential even, not failure.
Good point.
And so the source basically concludes, look, if you're waiting until you feel absolutely perfect before you speak English, you might honestly be waiting forever.
Oof, yeah.
The real learning, they argue, happens in the practice through the speaking itself.
Okay, so they diagnose the problem, lay out the principle, but they don't leave you hanging there, right? They offer some actual tools.
No, absolutely. They give you some concrete things to get started. First up, they suggest getting a few, really essential phrases under your belt. Immediately useful stuff.
Like what kind of phrases?
Really basic things. Hello, how are you? My name is your name. Simple things.
Okay.
Also, I'm learning English, which is super useful. And can you help me, please? And of course, thank you very much.
Right, the essentials for just starting a basic interaction and being polite.
Exactly. The idea is just having something ready so you can, break the ice. Takes away some of the panic of having nothing to say.
Makes sense. Having those blocks is one thing, but then using them, does the source help with that?
It does. The next practical step they suggest is this simple practice dialogue.
Ah, okay. Like a mini script.
Sort of, yeah. They show how you can use those very phrases we just mentioned in a really simple back and forth. The point isn't memorize this specific conversation. It's more about seeing how the pieces fit together.
And actually practicing saying them, I guess, getting your mouth moving.
Precisely. They suggest listening to it, then repeating it. Maybe even trying both parts of the conversation yourself, just to get the feel.
Okay, so you've got phrases, you've got a way to practice putting them together. What else? The source mentioned something about a daily habit.
Yeah, they have this quick tip of the day, which is actually, I think, really powerful. It's about weaving speaking into your everyday routine.
How does that work?
It sounds almost too simple, but the tip is speak English out loud every single day, even if you're totally alone.
Huh. Like talking to yourself.
Basically, yeah. They give examples like just narrating what you're doing. I'm drinking coffee, or, okay, I'm going to the market now. Simple stuff.
Okay, but why? What's the point of doing that if no one's listening?
That's the key insight, isn't it? The source says doing this trains your brain, yes, but also crucially your mouth, your actual physical speech mechanisms.
Ah, okay. Like muscle memory for speaking English.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It just helps you get comfortable forming the sounds, the sentence patterns. It's like a daily workout for your English speaking.
And I bet they mention mistakes again here.
Oh, absolutely. They really hammer this home.
Yeah.
Making mistakes while you're doing this isn't bad. It's actually good. It means you're trying, you're learning, you're pushing yourself a little.
Right. It's evidence of effort, not failure.
Precisely.
Yeah.
So putting all this together, the mindset shift, the phrases, the practice, the daily habit, the source wraps up by issuing a challenge.
Okay, a call to action. What is it?
It's very direct, designed to get you to apply that speak now idea immediately. The challenge is introduce yourself to at least one person. in English.
Just introduce yourself.
Yep. Simple as that. And they make it really accessible. It doesn't have to be a stranger on the street necessarily.
Right.
It'll be a friend, maybe a family member you practice with, or yeah, maybe a friendly stranger if you're feeling brave. Or even, they suggest, just practice doing it, looking in the mirror.
So the main goal is just taking that first step, actually vocalizing it to someone or something.
Exactly, just do it. And they suggest, starting with those phrases you've just learned. Hello, how are you? And my name is...
Because you already have those tools ready to go.
Right. It's about taking that first little bit of action, however small, doing it imperfectly, maybe feeling a bit awkward, but actually doing it now.
Okay. So looking back at this source, it really lays out a clear pathway, doesn't it, for anyone feeling stuck?
It really does. It takes you from understanding why you might be hesitating
Yeah, that fear part.
to giving you some basic tools like those phrases, then a way to practice that daily habit of speaking aloud.
Right, the narrating thing.
And finally, that concrete, immediate challenge. Introduce yourself. It's all very action-oriented. Less about thinking about English, more about actually using it.
So if we boil it down, the key takeaways for you from this source are pretty powerful. First, that really strong case for just starting to speak now. Don't wait.
Definitely. And then the value of having just a few basic phrases ready to go. Conversation starters.
Plus that idea of building a daily habit, speaking out loud, even just to yourself, to build that comfort and muscle memory.
And finally, the importance of taking that first, maybe slightly scary step to the challenge, introducing yourself. That's where the source says the real speaking journey actually kicks off.
Right. It's a significant moment.
Which kind of leaves us and you with a final thought to chew on based on everything this source is saying.
Okay.
Well, if the source is right, and the deepest learning, the real progress in speaking, actually happens because of the mistakes you make while trying, then what valuable lessons, what forward momentum are you actually missing out on by waiting for that imaginary moment of perfection before you start?